Welcome back to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast. I, of course, am your host, KC Phoenix. This is a late night reading. I was looking to do it earlier today, but I was mostly relaxing earlier today, and then I got upset when I received an email. So then I was like, you know what, I'm upset. I'm going to do some readings to get my mind off of things. So, yeah, all the cards are already pulled, and this was meant to be a regular collective reading, but it turned out to be a love reading. So here we are. And also, throwing this out here too, I did not plan on using this deck for clarification, by the way. It just so happens, which same thing happened again, I had my deck picked out because I already have my cards. You can somewhat see it in the background. I already have most of my cards laid out for the love readings that I'm doing this weekend, which are going to be August. By the way, the general readings for August for all of the signs are already up. So whatever sign you are, your reading is up for August already. If you're still interested in the July reading, all the July readings are up. The general, the love, and the money for every single sign. So those are up. Doing the love readings this weekend for August. And then the following weekend, the goal is to do the money readings. So yeah, ended up using this because something called me to this deck. Three of Swords was at the bottom of the deck. Also, for all readings, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just a person here reading energy and tarot cards. You know your story better than I ever could. So Three of Swords was at the bottom of the deck. And I was like, oh, this is interesting because obviously extreme heartache, pain, sometimes the third party, what have you. And then as I was going through, the Two of Swords came out in the pre-shuffle. So that came out. I was like, okay, 3 plus 2 is 5. All right. Might have been gossiping. Something could have came to light. Multiple people could have been talking about it. The person involved in it may have been the last one to know, meaning that the others around them were doing the talking, and eventually word got back to the individual when it comes to that. And then the Seven of Swords came out in the pre-shuffle. I was like, okay, all of these swords, all of these thoughts, communications, things like that, not being upfront, deceit, stuff of that nature. So, two cards that came out. You have the Five of Pentacles, Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. I don't know why I want to say Aquarius for some reason. I literally was about to say Aquarius before I said Capricorn, but whatever. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Earth energy, Pentacles, dealing with the 3D. Five of Pentacles specifically is about lack. It can be about being left out of something as well. I don't know why. Looking at this particular card, if you notice with the Five Pentacles, how they're surrounding something, and you see how this is empty in the middle, that's kind of how I feel someone's energy was, where they felt like there was something missing inside. Maybe for some of you, you were in that relationship, the previous relationship, and you just felt like something was missing. You always felt like something was missing. And you were more than likely in your head a lot as well with the Nine of Swords here, which can be about sleepless nights, headaches. Some of you could have been getting migraines as well, because I heard migraines. So some of you could have been getting migraines, as well as other things related to the mental and stuff. Definitely second guessing yourself, to second guessing things, something that goes on. Now, let's go into some of the cards that were pulled, because I have two decks. I have my custom tarot deck and then regular tarot deck, which is for clarification. There has been a phone call, or there will be a phone call. Honestly, I feel like there will be one. More than likely during the end of August up until the first week of September. If there hasn't been a phone call yet, expect one during the end of August up until the first week of September. The reason I'm saying that is because Mercury goes retrograde on the 23rd and ends on the 23rd of August and ends on the 13th of September. But Venus is already retrograde right now. So Venus and Mercury will be retrograde starting on the 23rd up until the 3rd of September. During that period, it wouldn't surprise me if you receive a phone call from the person that you may have felt left out in the cold with. So don't be surprised if that happens. And this almost marks it in a way because 6 weeks came out. So with 6 weeks, it's almost around that time frame. Now, for others of you, the 6 weeks could be something else. I heard 6 weeks pregnant. I'm not getting a sun card, but that's one thing I heard in my head. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Another thing that it could have been is that whatever was going on could have only lasted 6 weeks. But honestly, I feel like it's longer than that. I feel like this was long term. Now, open heart came out as well. So obviously with new relationships, things like that. And then let it go came out. So that's the old relationship. Also, I heard old habits too. Letting certain things go. Now, this is interesting. A proposal came out. Again, I feel like this new love, if it hasn't happened yet, expect for it to be on its way. And with this new love, give me 1 second because something is about to fall. So, let me just slide this over here right quick and let me just sit back down accordingly. So, with this proposal, if it hasn't come in yet, don't be surprised if it does come in. Now, this proposal could be from the old person, or it can be from the new person, or it could be both. Karma is involved here. Karma came out. And I feel this proposal is coming from the new person, definitely. Could also come from the old person. But there is something here where it's a new love, and this new love is karma to the old situation. The old person will want you back, especially with Venus and Mercury in retrograde. Mercury goes retrograde usually 3 to 4 times a year. Venus goes retrograde like once every 18 months, I think. So it's not like Venus goes retrograde often. So with Venus and Mercury in retrograde, both deal with relationships in the sense of Venus, obviously, love, beauty, finances, stuff like that. Going retrograde brings back relationships. The same thing with Mercury, because it's thoughts and communication, people looking over things that have happened. So when Mercury goes retrograde, the same thing happens. It brings back old relationships. People that you haven't heard from in a while decide to call you on up. So you have those two planets going retrograde. This can also be karma too that will happen during this retrograde. Don't forget, secrets come out during retrograde too. Now, I've already shown you the 5 of Pentacles and the 9 of Swords. The other two cards that came out is the Lovers, Gemini energy, and the 6 of Cups. Cups is water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So with this, you have the Lovers card and the 6 of Cups. There's some type of nostalgia here. Some of you might have ended up with like a high school sweetheart or somebody you grew up with when you were younger that was in town, and now they're coming around to like woo you, or they started the process of wooing you. Now, this could also be that whoever you're with, they make you feel like a kid again. It can be that too, where they give you that nostalgia like a kid would feel. But definitely something there. Now, the reason I feel there may be somebody coming back around, and definitely this proposal is asking for commitment, because the Hierophant card is here. Hierophant is Taurus energy. Hierophant is about institutions. It's about commitment. It can also be about health in certain ways, but definitely about commitment, marriage, things of that nature. Also, spirituality, faith, leadership, too. Someone may be coming to ask for a commitment, but the 4 of Cups are here. So this gives me the impression that somebody doesn't want it. Or there was a time they didn't want it and now they do. Again, take what resonates, leave what does not. Whatever this proposal is, whatever this offer is, it is something about stability, and it is something about expanding family. The reason I'm saying that is because you have the 9 of Pentacles right here, more earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles, something new being offered. And 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 of Pentacles is definitely family energy. 9 of Pentacles is single energy. That's why I feel somebody's coming in and making an offer, making this the 10 of Pentacles, making it expansion where it's more than just one person. And now it is a couple looking to grow and expand together, is what this is. Could be an earth sign. Now, at the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Swords. So we have two aces. This is a victory card. That is what this crown is for. Again, swords, thoughts and communication, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. This is new information coming in. Again, a victory. But also, due to what's at the bottom of this deck, let me put this down. Check your car was at the bottom of this deck. And when I was looking at the sword, I was like, this almost looks like a car key in a way. So for you, for some of you, this is a truth being spoken. That can be about the proposal. Somebody confessing their feelings. Again, with the Six of Cups here, this could be somebody you've known for a long time. Maybe you never got serious with them, and now they're like, hey, let's give this a shot. So keep that in mind too. And this Ace of Swords could be them making that confession, or it could be the truth coming out about something else. Maybe it was something you thought you knew about, but you actually didn't have all of the details. And then all of the details come out during these retrogrades or during the full moon, because the full moon is coming soon, which will be a full moon in Pisces. So yeah, but going back to the car key thing, if you shared a car with this person that is in your past, or maybe you're about to make them part of your past, make sure that like you pay attention to your car when you get out of it. Like if you know you left a cup in the cup holder or something, remember that you left it there. If you know that you left certain stuff under the seat, remember that you left it there. If you know that you left certain makeup in the glove compartment a certain way, remember exactly how you left things in the car. Because for some of you, something was telling me, because I was thinking of a key, that someone may have made a copy of the car key and they're searching and being nosy in the car. And something just said to me, it could be the person watching this, you could be doing that. That's what I heard. Don't shoot the messenger. It is what it is. The energy is the energy. The car is the cars. I hear what I hear. So yeah, but if it's not you, then it could be them doing that. So pay attention to what's in your car and do that. Because somebody might try to put something in your car too, whether it be a gift or whether it be something else. There was something about a new car, but I wasn't really picking up the details of that. So yeah, but definitely like pay attention to what you leave in your car and how you left your car when you got out of it. So if something is out of place, you'll definitely notice it, is what I'm saying. But for this relationship, this is karma, is what this is. Also during the pre-shuffle, the Wheel of Fortune came out too, in the pre-shuffle. So that's another thing. And honestly, this Ace of Pentacles reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune in this deck. But yeah, that is mostly the message. The other, because I'm looking at this as something's calling this to my attention. The let it go, whatever this is, if you have not received the proposal yet, and you do receive a proposal, if you haven't let this stuff go, if you haven't let this Nine of Swords energy go, if you haven't let this Five of Pentacles energy go, and you've left it in the past where it belongs, don't accept the proposal. Leave the proposal where it's at until you do your healing. It wouldn't be in your best interest to accept the proposal, because your heart isn't truly open until you've done all of your healing. Now, if you've done all of your healing, then by all means have at it. But don't be surprised if a phone call comes in about a proposal or something else, or somebody asking to come back. And don't be surprised if something happens in 6 weeks. Specifically this phone call. But whatever it is with this new relationship that is happening, should it happen, because we all have free will, then this relationship, this new love, will be the karma of the old love. And they will ask you to come back. All right? So that is your message. Until next time, be blessed.